the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Broncos 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
36 power.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Oh, boy, hang on here. Injured player, and it's Russell Wilson. Certainly have to hope this is nothing major. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing again here, Stidham. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Stidham. That is caught inside the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Stidham. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Let's go now.
Now Stidham. This is caught. Touchdown Broncos. Javonte Williams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. But you look at this Bronco defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To throw is Stidham. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action now. Stidham. A throw left side, held in by Hamler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And they'll send Judy in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now he's got it. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The kick by Marr is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. they have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second down throw for Howell. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. D.J. Jones able to drop it for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So here's a 3rd and 14. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. That is caught. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll run it here. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Oh, he shifts past him. Look at those stick skills. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they...
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Javonte Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Powell throwing on first down here. Flushed out right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They run it again with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Now it's Stidham. That is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and a couple. Here's Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with remaining in quarter number 2.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead. Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards. Here's second and 5 now from the 37. Back to throw. Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Dotson's somebody who can turn any catch into a big play. That's why Washington took him 16th overall in 2022, and that's what he showed in a strong rookie season. Expect a big jump for him in year 2. Howell to the air on first and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Tackle made by Chase Young. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Here's Stidham. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 9-yard loss on the play brings up second down.
From the gun, it's Stidham. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Fighting his way through contact. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. First down, Howell to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Up the middle, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. 2nd down, Howell now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Howell. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Slye. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Stidham off play action. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose it.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Howell.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he gets it here right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action now. Stidham.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll send Judy in motion left. And they'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Stidham.
This one swung out to Williams.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
From the gun, a run for Johnson.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Powell to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
Being chased out left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
He didn't like what he saw downfield. Decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Stidham's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
And he's going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Well, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for Denver, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you.
Fix my cheeks real quick.